right, so if you're just popping in, welcome to Workout Wednesday. I got a core workout for you today called ABtastic. It's all about the core. So today's workout, I mentioned this earlier, you need a mat and you might want some weights nearby, have them handy. If you don't have weights, you can still do everything body weight only, not a problem. You make it work for you, okay? Shoes are optional, no high impact in here today, so it isn't necessary to have shoes unless you just like that extra like ankle support. What we're gonna do today, we'll have a quick warm up, and then we're gonna do a little bit of like a HIIT style class, in that we'll have 3 rounds that we work through, a 40-second round, quick rest, 30-second round, quick rest, and then a 20-second round, quick rest. All right, there'll be 2 exercises per block. So you have exercise 1, exercise 2 for 40 seconds, and then you go back to 1 for 30 seconds, 2 goes for 30 seconds, and so on and so forth. I think you can see how that works. So the idea here with this kind of scale down time is that the intensity level should go up, or you can take your weights up a little bit if you want to. So shorter time, work a little bit harder for me, okay? And otherwise, I'll give you guys modifications and progressions. So work at your own speed, work with what your body can do today. Take the rest if you need them, and jump back in and join me when you can. And let's do this. Let's get started, guys. I'm just gonna have some light music on in the background. Just a little bit, and we're gonna get our little timer started. There we go. All right, so face my feet, toes are turned out. I want you to give me a big inhale all the way up. Big exhale, squeeze down, nice knee spine. Don't have to go super deep in this right hip. Big inhale, squeeze and stand. Now, as we go down and up, really pay attention to the spine. I want the tailbone long. Good. Center of the ribs are pulled in and down. Inhale and exhale. Nice and gentle to get us started. Excellent. Excellent. Now, we're going to go up. I want you to side bend over, creating length. Come tall through the center, side bend to the other side. So really reach the vertebrae as you set in the center before you find that gentle side bend. Inhale and exhale into it. Breath is going to be important today. Excellent. Bring it to center. Now, turn the toes forward. You can pivot on the toes. Arms are going to come up kind of like a washing machine. And your rotation to one side, lift in the back heel, rotation to the other side. Still focusing on the long tail. So the opposite of the long tail bone would be to puff your chest out and push the back hip forward. We're going to keep everything smooth and low. Add an arm extension into this rotation. Reaching that back arm across. Still keeping this in nice and tight. Fantastic. And bring it back to center. Now, bring your feet in. We're going to have a cross behind squat. So it's not a curtsy lunge where you step back, but just behind. You're going to sit the weight straight down like your little elevator. Low so you can comfortably go. And then like someone's looking you from the edge, all the way up. Step over, other side. Good. Really tight cross squat. Yeah. Keep the hands kind of down and the chin lifted. This should kind of tell you if you're bending or hinging in one way or the other. Now, if you'd like to, hold that really low side squat. Give me a reach towards the back heel. Adding a side bend into there. And breathing, inhale, exhale. Good. Still keep the tailbone long and heavy. Beautiful. Let's do one more each side. And bring it back to center. Now, take your feet nice and wide. Turn one toe out, right? Other foot kind of stays forward. Warrior type pose. So sit the weight over, stacking low. Take your feet wide if you need to. And then you're going to find a side bend again. Back hand is reaching down the back side of that calf. Rotate. Take that into the other side. So really having that nice long strong extension in the back leg. And we're keeping that core tight. It's like you're wearing a corset. You'll only see that a lot today. Now, if you'd like to add an overhead arm extension with the other side, ooh, you can take that stretch a little bigger. Doing some nice, big, active, dynamic movements today. Ooh, for this warm up. One more. Excellent, and bring it back to center. All right, so I'm gonna turn sideways for you. We're gonna go into square up squats, feet are hip width apart. Knees go right over the center of the feet. Spine stays long, so this is tight. I want you to squat down low, drop your fingers to the ground, or to your shins if you're unable to touch the ground. Keep the spine long, lengthen the legs, walk yourself up. Squat low, fingers can come down, nice forward hinge, walk yourself up. Down. Now, if you're unable to straighten your legs all the way, keep your hands a little bit higher so you can get that strong hinge and you can get that nice stretch through your hamstrings. Good. All right, we're gonna hold it low as you can go wherever that is. Sit the butt down, try and keep your fingers on the ground or on your shins, lengthen the leg. Sit the butt back and down and lengthen your legs. Ooh. So your core is not just your superficial abdominal muscles, that six pack, right? Our core is everything from our shoulders down to the underside of our butt. So we want to get everything nice and warm. Woo, roll it up to standing. Take it easy. Excellent. So from here, toes forward, hip width apart. Kind of like you're hugging a ball. I want you to round the spine back, scooping the pelvis forward. Lift and squeeze the butt, open into a big front extension. Squeeze and round, squeeze and lift. Now notice that front extension, I'm not going full like open, right? We want that opening to come from that natural engaged state. A few more deep breaths here. And last one. Fantastic. Now, arms are going to go straight up towards the sky. Squeeze the arms close towards the ears and keep that strong core. So no, come to that, right? Reach the fingers up like you're shrugging up and then shrug the shoulders down. Shrug them up and shrug them down. So really keep the arms long. So energy is going through the fingers and focus on what's happening with your scapula. Okay, that's what's moving the arms up and down. Now hold that up position. Big shrug and pulse the thumbs back. Without letting the chest move, without letting everything fall over, right? Nice and strong. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Woo! Come down to the ground. Last little guy to get us warm here. We're going to come into a crab position with the fingertips pointed behind us. Shoulder width apart. Feet are shoulder width apart. Press through the ground. I want to lengthen and lift the chest. And then take that corset, pull in. So the belly button's kind of pulling back without sucking your guts in. Push and lift the hips. Bring them towards the heels. Push and lift the hips. Bring them back into a little stretch to the forearms. Forward. It's a little like crab prep, but we're keeping a long spine. So we're not doing this stuff, right? We're not doing this stuff. Keep it strong. Almost there. Okay. 2 and 1. Excellent, guys. All right, if you need a bend over stretch, anything else for yourself, go ahead and do so. We should be a little bit warm, have some blood pumping, but I don't want you like dying with this warm up today. So the first 2 exercises we are going to do today, put my hair up. Woo. So we're going to have a weighted exercise, dumbbell exercise, and then we're going to have a body weight exercise. So that's just using our own body and our resistance and pushing through the floor. So your dumbbell exercise, demonstrate both of these, is going to be a dead bug, plunge and pass under. So a dead bug position is when our spine is long on the ground, so you're pulling the center of the ribs in, we're keeping the spine long, so we're not pulling the ribs up and no peak on chest, okay? Knees stacked over the hips. So we're trying to avoid this, and of course we're trying to avoid that. Now your shoulders can rest on the ground and you're starting in a new position. When we go to crunch, if you're going to use a weight, we're going to crunch up, hold and sustain that up position, pass the weight underneath our legs before we come back down, and then we'll immediately switch sides. Now if you don't have a weight, You can do little finger taps on top of the legs or towards the back of the legs, okay? And then our body weight exercise is gonna be a full sit up to a T rotation. So you're pulling through the heels, you'll sit all the way up tall, rotate open, and then roll down nice and slow, taking your time to do that reverse crunch. If you'd like to make this harder, your legs can be straight for that sit up, T rotation, and then control it down. All right, so you work at your level, do what feels good to you. So I'm gonna get that timer started here in 3, 2, dead bug crunches are first. Here we go. Down and up. Work at your own pace, whatever that means for you. So what you really gotta watch as you come up, a lot of times you have a tendency to tuck the legs in. That's cheating. I don't wanna see that. And you're breathing. If you need to take a rest, you lay the shoulders down, hug the knees in, and then jump back in when you're ready. We're already more than halfway through round 1. Woo! That is our 10-second warning. If you heard that little knock, we got this. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna transition into our second exercise. So sit up the T rotations, bent legs, or straight legs. Here we go. Growing tall, control it down. Don't rush the down. It's kind of an explosive movement on the up, and then we're taking our time on the way down. 3. Excellent. And again, if you want to take this up a level, you go straight legs. Ooh. You should have the center of the core getting pretty warm. Roll one vertebrae at a time as you come down. So we're not flopping. Don't miss that low spine as you roll down. Good. Woo. Excellent. All right. So we're going to round 2 of both exercises. I'm just going to turn so you get a different side of me. Dead bug crunches, 30 seconds. Here we go. Now, if you need to drop weights or increase your weight, it's a good time to do so. I'm working with a 10-pound dumbbell right now. Take your time, but not, what is it? I want you to still push it just a little bit. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Breath is important. Oxygen is your friend. Don't forget to breathe. All right, guys. Sit up the T rotation, round 2, 30 seconds. Bent leg or straight leg. Here we go. Up, rotate, control it down. Notice I'm not letting the hands hop over my head. They're always in front of me until I open into that torso rotation at the top. Again, you can intensify this with straight legs if you need to. Breathe. Woo. Beautiful, guys. All right, final round of these, then we get a little breather. 20 seconds. 20 seconds as they go by so fast, right? So here we go. Make them count. Hold and sustain. Lower the weights if you need to modify, or you can go into taps, which doesn't involve as much of that sustained hold at the top. Totally fine. That was your modification, right? All right. Here we go, round 3. Straight legs. Woo. Let's do it. Excellent. Again, this is a slow reverse down. Guys, nice spinal roll down, bend the knees. If you want to take the modification, if you don't want to go all the way down, give me a half crunch. That's fine too. Excellent work, guys. Woo, so that was round or block 1. We have 4 more that we're going to work through. So grab your water, sip it. Our next 2 exercises, we're going to be standing for the first one. That's your wood chopper. So if you have a dumbbell or a weight, you're going to hold it in front so your palms are facing towards each other. We're
We're gonna lower our center of gravity just a little bit, rotate. As you rotate, the weight is gonna go from low right to shoulder height, and then it's gonna stop. Like there's a wall right next to you, okay? We're not doing this. We're turning the thumbs back, okay? Our core is what stops the momentum from going behind us. And then for our second exercise, we're gonna have hip bridge with a single leg lift. So we're gonna sustain and hold the hip bridge the whole time. You're keeping the spine long and the ribs in. That's your core challenge. And then we're gonna lift our leg, pulse. No, I'm not gonna duck butt. Not the duck butt, okay? It's gonna lead with your ribs. Pushing through here, like so. Okay, when we get halfway, I'll try to switch sides. Those are our two exercises, you guys. Body weight for the witch choppers if you need to. Just envision you're holding that weight and give it a little more force. Here we go. If you want to, you can stay on the same side. If this is a new exercise for you, and then switch at any point. Make sure every time you come back to center, you're stopping. I don't want this continuous swing. That's cheating. That's letting momentum do the work for you. Good. Energy going back. Like you're tossing a bucket of water right behind you. And breathing. Excellent. Come on down to the ground. Single leg, hip bridge. Breathe in, lift the hips up and down. Now this is also going to get into the glutes of the leg that is squeezing to lift, right? Your butt's part of your core. Keep checking with your spine. Make sure the back of the ribs are heavy. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Other side, up and down, nice and easy. Keep that coursing on. Everything's pulling into center. And this butt is squeezing. Ooh, keep breathing through. Find your happy place. You can bend knee this also as a modification if that straight leg is too much. All right, y'all. Here we go. Round 2, 30 seconds. I'm going to stay on the same side this time until I get to the halfway mark. You can do any of the movement patterns we did last time, which are kind of gyrating. We're now at the halfway point, so I'm going to switch sides. I'm still throwing the energy behind me, looking and rotating that back heel and that back hip. Shoulder blades pulled down and back. If you start to really feel that one in your shoulders, you're trying to do too much upper body and not the core as much. So, single leg. Here we go. It's only 15 seconds this time. So see if you can push a little bit higher while still keeping that long tailbone. Breathe. You can even throw weights on your hips if you want to make it harder. Let's switch sides. Check in. Only lift those hips as high as you can go without compromising what is going on in the spinal alignment. Breathe. You're all doing great. Woo. And excellent. All right. This is our final round. Make it a good one. We're going to do 10 seconds on each side. That's it. You can do 10 seconds of anything. Make sure you're rotating that back leg. Shoulder blades are pulling down. Shrugging away from the ears. Switch sides. Fantastic. Keep breathing through. We got this. Excellent job, guys. All right. Final hip bridge. I'm going to start with my right leg lifted this time. Just change it up. Here we go. Pulse it up. Notice I'm not going all the way down, all the way up, right? This is a squeeze. You're squeezing, squeezing, holding that corset tight so you don't lose what's happening here. Switch legs. All the way to the end. It's going to be here before you know it. Hey, here it is. Good work, guys. All right. Grab your water. Sip it, do what you gotta do. That was block 2. Now we're going to block 3. So block 3, we're gonna hold a plank position. Now for the dumbbell side of things, you're gonna take a 3-legged plank. You're gonna move this dumbbell around you. You could put it way out to the side. You could grab underneath, grab in front. If you don't have dumbbells, you can tap. You can do a kneeling plank or the high plank, right? Whichever works for you. And then we're gonna have a hollow body leg drop. So you hold the hollow body position, one leg up, one leg down. Pointed ankles or flex feet. Modification, go back to dead bug and do a toe tap with the bent knee. That's fine. Wherever you're at, here we go. Plank pickup, round 1. Again, this is for 40 seconds. The goal here is to squeeze the butt, tuck the pelvis under, all right? And try and keep the hips from swaying. That's where taking the modification with the knees on the ground is gonna be really important. I'd rather you do the modification with fantastic form and that rather than try and do the harder version, but really sloppy. We're always pushing up and away. If you find these hard, sometimes it's because you sink into your shoulders rather than push up and away. Good work, guys. All right, let's get those lower abs. So, hollow body position, or you can rest the head on the ground. That's fine too. You can point the feet or flex them. Not flex them just so you can see my legs. I'm cradling my head in my hands. So my fingertips are just lightly touching the back of my head, and I'm keeping a little bit of a froggy chest. I'm not letting my leg go all the way down. Only lower as much as you can go before that bad stuff starts to happen in your core. Remember, this is your modification from dead bug. Remember, keep that head back inside of the ribs. Keep the spine long. Belly button's pulling down. Good work. All right. We have our plank. Round 2. This one's for 30 seconds. Just gonna face the other way. I'll give you guys another angle to see. All right, I'm still watching. Challenge yourself. Move it wherever you want. Move at your own pace. Take breaks if you need to. Make sure those fingertips are pointed forward. Squeeze the butt, go down to here. If you start to find the butt going up or the shoulders pushing up too much, listen to your body. Belly button's lifting, front of the pelvis is pulling in. Nice work. All right, going back to those supine leg drops. Y'all with me? Here we go. Drop, up, up. Keep these sharp and keep them clean. If you want to start scissoring, that's fine. This is a little harder, but don't compromise your form. And again, there's your modification. Only tap as low as you can go before the ribs start to open. And now, you're stronger than that. I believe in you. Take a rest and jump in. Yes. All right, look at this. Round 3 already. 20 seconds in our plank. Now, if you are kind of gassed at this point, hold your plank and live here. Keep it strong. Hips stay down and low. Pelvis is tucking forward. Listen to your body. Breathe. Wear your corset. Tailbone rocks underneath you. Woo, that one's burning. Yes. Fantastic, guys. All right. Leg drops. 20 seconds. Here we go. Breathe through it. Remember, you're lightly cradling your head if you're keeping the shoulders off the ground. If that's too much, you can keep the head and shoulders on the ground. Just don't lower the leg as much. Breathe through. Modification or progression. Live your best life. Fantastic work. Woo! Breathe. Grab your water. Grab mine. It's block 4 time. Here we go. So, we are gonna have kneeling overhead rainbows, right? So the position we're in the kneeling position, is gonna be kind of like a kneeling squat. So we gotta sit down and push the hips all the way up without sitting all the way to the heels. We're gonna use that dumbbell, pick it up. When you sit down, overhead press, pass at the top, or you can do full rainbow. Arms, this one's a little bit harder. All right, and then standing, we're gonna have, not standing, on the ground, we're gonna have a good old reverse crunch, focusing on the down part of it, okay? Let's do this, guys. Kneeling rainbows first. Excellent. Squeeze that butt all the way to the top. Align the spine. Hip bones press forward. Excellent. Again, you can do this big open shoulder guy, or you can press overhead and make it more of an overhead press. Either way, we're keeping the spine long, the center of the ribs pulled in, so we're not doing this, right? Stick with me here. Breathe. Woo, excellent. All right, reverse crunch. Woo. All right, you can start with bent knees. That's fine. We're trying to get the tailbone off the ground and then roll through the vertebrae. Return to that dead bug position. Now, if you can't get up as high as me, that's fine. I want you to try and stop yourself, even if it's just a little bit, before you come back down. Total core control here. Woo, I see some of you commenting on YouTube. I'll check in with your comment after this block. Good. I love the bent knee tuck and roll for this, especially if you're a pole dancer or aerialist. This reverse crunch down is really valuable for our movement patterns that we do. All right, so little kneeling squat with that big rainbow with your weights. Again, if you don't have the weights, you're just gonna reach and open and keep some tension here. Like you have something in your arms. Breathe through. Yes. Almost there. Remember, this one's only 30 seconds. Long spine at the top. Continue breathing. 3, 2, and done. All right, reverse crunch time. I'm gonna face this way. Here's my other side. Woo. Let's go. Crunch and control it down. Now, if you're ready for a little bit of a progression, you're gonna go straight out, hollow body legs. We're not letting momentum take it rolling here. Everything is slow and controlled, no matter what version you're working with here. Breathe. Almost there. Beautiful. All right, final round. Turn this way for these rainbows. Remember, tailbone stays long, butt scoop forward, especially at the top. Keep the sternum in. Don't peacock the chest. A mirror can be really useful here, but just every once in a while, think of zippering up your core. Center the ribs, go down into the belly button. Front of the pelvis comes into the belly button. Nice work, guys. All right, final round with this block. 20 seconds, reverse crunch. You got your option 1, and hold. You got your option 2, and hold. You got your option 3. Remember, I don't want to see this. All right, that's using momentum. Slow and controlled is the name of the game here. Woo. Fantastic, guys. All right, quick water break. Sip your water. You're gonna be working, and the rainbow thing is butt, your glutes, the center of your core, so you stabilize. So you're not doing this with the chest. And then of course, your lats going over, up and overhead. So that one's a good like stabilizer exercise and mind-body connection. All right, so weighted standing exercise. We're gonna keep soft knees. Lift through the top of your head. And we're gonna have a weighted side bend. The good part of the work here happens on the way up. Now, try not to do this today. I want these controlled, no momentum. So however slow you go down, that's how slow I want you to come up. And then our final exercise is gonna be a back extension. A couple of ways you can do this. You can fold your arms and rest your forehead on your hands, so your gaze should be down. Squeeze the butt, pull the front of the pelvis into your ground, and then reach through the toes. So this can be a back extension here. More of the lower body side. You can keep the toes grounded, make football goal arms, and just lift the upper body. If you want to do them the harder way, you're going to come up and then squeeze in, make the pencil line, a little Superman, and then you come back down. Gaze always stays down. We're not pinching in the low back, right? This isn't like a cobra stretch or anything. We want to make sure that the front of the pelvis goes in, so that makes sure that the core is squeezed. The butt is always squeezing. That's what's going to protect your low back, lumbar spine. All right, let's do this thing, guys. Final round. Woo! So, weighted side bends are first. I'm going to grab my 12 counters today. This is all the works. So we're still staying here, right? Everything is moving completely laterally. Envision that there's a wall in front of you and there's a wall behind you. All right? So butt is squeezing. Soften the knees so you can tuck the pelvis forward. Lift through the center every time. Every time you come back to center, you're getting a little taller. Woo! Good. Up and over. Hey. So we're doing that oblique crunch as we come up. And you're also challenging the obliques in an extended lengthened position as you go down, which is always nice to kind of counterbalance our work. So back extensions are next. I'm going to talk you through all the progressions so you can work where you need to. So we do forehead in the hands. Squeeze the butt, tuck the pelvis forward. You can do just the lower body. You can keep the tops of the feet on the ground and just do the upper body. You can do both. Slow, lift and lower. You can sustain at the top. Go to that full Superman. Remember, ribs are pulling in. Belly button still staying lifted. Squeeze the butt so hard that the front of your pubic bone is pushing into the ground. And you keep your head neutral. Try not to look forward. Look straight down. Woo! Good work, guys. Weighted side bends. 30 seconds for round 2. Soft knees. Here we go. I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys. When I train my core, I tend to do things like this that are really, really slow and controlled. I love enhancing my mind-body connection as much as possible. Because as a pole dancer aerialist, that's what I really use. All right? I want to protect my joints, protect the soft tissues, and develop the muscles, rest, to know how to work throughout contraction and extension. Ready? Back extensions. So again, you can do just the upper body, just the lower body. You can do both together. I want you to hold at the top before you bring it down. You can sustain. Do your little Superman. Jumping jacks. Keep squeezing the butt. Keep pushing your pubic bone into the ground. You're energized through the fingers and through the toes. Breathe. Fantastic. Nice work. All right, guys, we have 40 seconds left. That's it. That's all I gotta give me, then we'll do a little cool down stretch. Here we go. Ooh. Can you go a little slower and a little deeper on these side bends? Keep that belly button pulled back. Keep the pelvis tucked forward slightly. Long spine. Ooh. And Freaking tastic. Let's finish with some nice, strong Supermans. Y'all ready? Yes, you are. Here we go. Pick your poison. I'm going right to my suspended jacks with my back extension. What's pulling my arms back is the shoulder blades retracting down my spine. Oh, I have my adductors and abductors working in those legs. Yes! Woo, fantastic, guys, you all did it. Woo! All right, take a moment, slowly come to standing. Take your time, I don't want you to get a head rush. Sometimes you're going from down to up too fast to do that. Just take a sip of water, sip of your goat juice. I know, it's unhealthy for me. I get one vice in life. That's my Red Bull. Once you sip your water, wipe your face off, come into center. Big inhale, lift the chest, open the vertebrae. Exhale. All the tension comes out. Inhale, squeeze and stand. Exhale. Relax. One more, just like that. Good. Now, keep the knees soft. We're going to do a little spinal roll down. So chin to chest. Pretend like you have weights in your hands. You're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Right into the point where it kind of feels like you have to hinge too much. And then just as slowly roll back up. Reset. One more time. Take it down. Breathe through your soft knees. Don't lock them out. Hold the low position this time. Find your own forearms. Your gaze should be behind you. Head comes between your hands. Push through one heel and the other. Allowing the torso to sway slowly side to side. The weight shifting is happening through the feet. And my knees are bending and responding to allow this to be a nice soft movement. Letting the weight of my head lengthen my spine even more. All the hard work is it. Excellent. Now we're going to come halfway to standing. Sit down just a little bit more, hands to the thighs. Grab the inside of your thighs, like so. Sit the butt down more, tuck the pelvis, round up, create space in the shoulder blades. Deep breath here. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to scoop the chest forward, lift with the chin, rock the tailbone back, open the front of your body. Round and scoop again. And take it up. Excellent. Now come all the way down to the ground. Similar feeling from our tabletop position, cat and cow. Big round up. Scoop the pelvis under. Look for your own pelvis. And then drop the chest. Hold the palms towards the knees as you squeeze the shoulders back. And rock the tailbone towards the back of your head. One more round. And scoop. Nice work. Now hold the rounded position. Round in, tuck that butt as much as you can. Push your right hip and right ribs away. And kind of turn your left ear to your left shoulder. Breathe into your hip and ribs. Keep rounding the spine. Bring it to center. Inhale. Exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Left hips and left ribs. Push away and back. And bring it to center. Sit the hips down, open the knees, a little bit wider than your shoulders. Find a child's pose. Long spine, tailbone going back. Chest is heavy. Press onto your fingertips. Lengthen the arms all the way up. Inhale, exhale. Drop the chest down. See if you can get a little bit lower. Again, lengthening the back side of your body. And then relax back to a center position. Open your palms to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, try and relax here. Should feel a nice stretch through the top of your shoulders, maybe even in your legs a little bit on the side of your body. Come back to center. Now walk your hands over to the right. Think about reaching your left hips and left ribs away again, and then push your left armpit to the ground, looking over the right shoulder to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, breathe into the outside ribs and hips. Bring it to center. Let's take that to the other side. Right side of your body pushes out and away. Right armpit to the ground, look over the left shoulder to the ceiling. Bring it back to center. Walk yourself into a kneeling position. Come up high. Squeeze the butt, tuck it under. Take your thumbs on the outside of your hips, fingertips swivel down, shoulders go down and back. And then I want you to think of pushing the hips forward as much as possible. All right, so we're going to create a slight extension in our body, but it's not a back bend crunch. All right, so it's all about opening through the hip flexors, through the front of your torso, up into the chest. If you're flexible in this position, slide the hands down the thighs and open even more. Still holding the front of the pelvis forward towards the nose. Bring it in and breathe and relax. Thank you guys for joining me today. Quick and dirty core workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Taking into those exercises, practice them on your own, put them into your own movement routine. This video will be archived on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram TV. So if you want to try it again later, make sure you bookmark and save it so you can do it again. Or if you're watching the replay, you probably already found it archived there, which is great. Please like, comment, share, tag your friends. Let me know how you liked it. This was your free workout on day 4, let me think for a second, of my 2-week free workout series. Tomorrow you can tune in for Thursday's workout. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at WholeFit Fox. I cannot talk today. My stories will tell you what we're going to be doing and when we're going to be doing it, so you have to find out from there. If you have questions, hit me up in my DMs, leave a comment, let me know. We'd love to help you. If you have a question immediately right now, feel free to go ahead and type it. I'll stay on for a second. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, for your support, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.